What is up? This here, LA in a minute. And did you know that the universe was discovered right here in LA? That's right. 100 years ago today, Edwin Hubble made the biggest discovery in astronomy since Galileo. He discovered the universe. And it happened right here. Let's get into it. So Edwin Hubble, who discovered the universe, was a gifted athlete growing up, but he was also very intrigued by astronomy. That said, his dad wanted him to go into the field of law, which he started to pursue, but afterwards he became a Rhodes Scholar and served in the United States military, which renewed his passion in astronomy, and he was offered a staff position at the Carnegie Institution for Science by its founder, George Ellery Hale, in 1919. So in 1919, scientists and astronomers knew that there was a Milky Way, the galaxy in which we live, but they weren't sure if that was all there was out there. They did know, however, that there was 100 to 400 million stars in the Milky Way and that it was 100,000 light years across. Wow. Some scientists thought there was more out there, but others disagreed and nobody knew for sure. At the crux of this infighting were these blobs, which we now know are galaxies, but back then they were simply known as spiral nebulae. This was a spirited, hot-button issue in the world of science and astronomy. There was an actual in-person debate of the world's greatest astronomers at the Smithsonian in Washington, D.C. in 1920. Then on the night of October 5th, Hubble had been working at his 100-inch telescope up on Mount Wilson and made a startling discovery. In the wee hours of the morning, he was doing calculations and looking at the slides from what he had uncovered, and he identified a special distance measuring star to figure out just how long the distance was between spiral nebulae and the star. He realized that it was much, much further away than the boundaries of our galaxy, and thus the universe was discovered. Now remember, our own galaxy, the Milky Way, has about 100 to 400 billion stars and is 100,000 light years across. Turns out that Andromeda, the next closest galaxy, is 2.5 million light years away. And for frame of reference, the speed of light is 186,000 miles per hour. Wow. Discovering the universe made Edwin Hubble a household name. He was on the cover of Time magazine. He even hung out with some Hollywood celebrities. And finally, by 1990, they named one of the prominent and earliest space telescopes, the Hubble telescope, in his honor. But Hubble's contributions to the pillars of knowledge didn't end there. 6 years later, he went on to prove that the universe is expanding, which implied that the universe had a beginning and led to the Big Bang Theory. And his meticulous science and study convinced even the likes of Albert Einstein. So thanks to over a century of amazing work, Carnegie Observatories, as well as JPL and Caltech, have kept Pasadena and Los Angeles at the forefront of astronomical discoveries worldwide. And remember, it's been 100 years since the universe was discovered right here in Los Angeles. And you can help celebrate on October 8th when they have an open house at the Carnegie Observatories. I'm going to put the info in the caption. All right, LA, it's been a minute.